Today I wanted to discuss how you say the composer's Ysaÿe's name. And um, basically I wanted to talk about his grandson who changed his name from Jacques Ysaÿe to Jacques Say. Uh, he came to America and he was a composer and a musician. And changing his name to Say, Say, is sort of a nod to how you actually say that family's name. So, at best, I was told that to pronounce Ysaÿe's name is Eugène Ysaÿe, and the last name is just a Flemish pronunciation of Isaiah. So you can hear the inflection, Isaiah. There's like a not always the case, but um, if there's some connection to another language, sometimes there'll be just a slight exaggeration in the way things are pronounced, but not always. Like in Polish, Michael is Miho, so there's almost no phonetic connection at all, even though they're spelt, you know, in the same universe. They have the same spelling, but very different phonetic uh, pronunciations. So you can't take that literally all the time, but Isaiah is sort of that's the root name for that family, Isaiah. So with a slight pronunciation of Ysaÿe, that's pretty close to Isaiah. But my feeling was if it's pronounced, and I don't always do this, but if it's pronounced Ysaÿe, and the last part is pretty quiet, Ysaÿe, then we're getting pretty close to saying the word say. So perhaps Jacques Say wanted to sort of indicate how his family's name is supposed to be pronounced by changing his name from Ysaÿe to Say. So Jacques Say. And if you say, it's not, there's a little inflection at the end of the word say too. So it's say, a little bit of a AE at the end. So perhaps the way it's supposed to be pronounced is say, and almost no exaggeration on the Y of the name Ysaÿe. So just a fun little thought experiment for how you pronounce Eugène Ysaÿe. And I'm not used to saying it. I almost say it with a Z instead of an S. So Ysaÿe, I've heard that quite a bit. So it's Ezae, Ysaÿe. Uh, but I think because Jack say uh, his name change, it's sort of saying that it's not really a Z sound, it's probably an S sound. So Jacques Say could be Eugène Ysaÿe. That's the best I can come up with it. And it's hard to say whether to like pronounce, if it's appropriate to pronounce other languages exactly the way they're supposed to be said. I mean, it's sort of academic if you say Goethe, or if you try to like say the English equivalent of Goethe. I don't know if there is one. Or Bach, whether you would pronounce Bach in English with sort of that cloudy sound at the end. So if you were to literally say Bach, you could say Bach or Bach with a really hard K. Or you could sort of pretend you're from the continent and say Bach, which I do. But it's a little bit of you're posturing slightly when you're borrowing someone else's pronunciation if you have no clue how to use their language generally. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want to posture and say things like John Sebastian Bach and Eugène Ysaÿe, or you can just say John Sebastian Bach and Eugene Say. Yeah, I it's up to you, but I think I'm gonna try to get in the habit for because I've been playing so much Ysaÿe of late, and I'm just sort of loving his biographies and loving his sort of unknown pieces that he wrote, that there's just manuscripts out and there's not really too many available editorials of it. So I'm really sort of in this Ysaÿe world. So I might try to like start pronouncing his name a little more closely to Jacques Say's pronunciation, because I really do think that that's the appropriate way to pronounce his name. So Ysaÿe. It's hard to switch your brain over to that, but yeah, just a fun little food for thought on pronunciations and pronouncing your favorite composer's name.